Good? All right. All right, it is 6 o'clock and Monday, September 19th, 2022. We'll call our meeting to order and start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our next order of business is the roll call.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
All right, next, do we have an approval for tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it was moved by Lyon, seconded by Coolman. If we have no discussion, take the roll.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
All right, next, public participation. We have nobody here. Anybody in Zoom land want to participate and say anything? If not, we'll move on to our consent agenda, which consists of the minutes of the September 6, 2022 regular city council meeting and bills payable through September 19th, 2022 in the amount of $1,680,779.40.
Mayor, can I speak to that?
Oh,
real
yes,
quick?
please, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's a pretty large number for us. $1 million of that is Chick Fry's July or August work. Just be aware that that's a monster of what that 1.7 million is. So some other bills in it that are routine based on our contracts. Those $1 million ones get reimbursed to us by IDOT just a couple months after the fact, and we're okay.
Okay.
So moved.
Okay, motion by Lyon,
Second.
seconded by Holm. We have no more discussion, then take the roll.
Lyon.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Okay, item number 7 is public hearings. Item A, a public hearing on the proposal to enter into a community space development agreement with Rennicker Partners LLC at 120 South Main Street. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. This is related to the resolution we set at the last meeting to set a public hearing. This is aside from CDBG. This is our attorney's lead to develop a private agreement with Mr. Abbott and Redeker Partners. It further binds them to a financial and legal interest with the city. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody want to make a motion?
Motion to close.
Second.
Okay. Go ahead and take the roll.
Hollister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Okay, item B is a public hearing on a proposal to enter into an upper story housing agreement with Redeker Partners LLC at 138 South Main Street. Go ahead.
Same drill, Mayor. This is related to 2 apartments that are going in at 138 South Main Street. Price tag of those estimated at the moment is $649,000. This is again a action related to a recommendation on our attorney's behalf outside of CDBG. Protects us from any change orders and binds the owner to meeting the local match on behalf of the city.
Okay. Do we have any discussion?
Motion to close the public hearing. Second.
Got a motion by Simonson, seconded by Lyon, to close the public hearing. Go ahead and take the roll.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
All right, item C is a public hearing regarding plans, specifications, and form of contract for 138 South Main Street project. Go ahead.
Again, related to CDBG, this will be behind us someday in the future, and that's a good investment. So bear with this agenda, maybe just a couple more, and we'll have all this underway. This is a public hearing to receive public input on the improvement itself at 138 South Main Street, and I included in this agenda what I think is a visual representation of what those apartments will look like ultimately. There's some fine print in there, but you can kind of get some feel for what the layout will be based on the staircases and those thick, bold wall lines. I don't know if you had a chance to review the full drawings, but they're available at the link in the description. Without any other input, Mayor, go ahead and approve, please.
Okay. Does anybody have any comment? Do we have a motion to close?
Motion to close the public hearing?
Okay, motion by Lyon,
Second.
seconded by Rickrell. Go ahead and take the roll.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Okay, now we made it to old business. Item A is a resolution approving and authorizing execution of a community space development agreement by and between the City of Maquoketa and Redeker Partners LLC and 120 South Main Street. Go ahead.
I have no further comment, Mayor. It's just related to closing those public hearings and approving them by resolution.
So moved.
Motion by
Second.
Lyon, seconded by Rickrell. If we have no discussion, then take the roll.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Next is a resolution approving and authorizing execution of an upper story housing agreement by and between the City of Maquoketa and Redeker Partners LLC at 138 South Main Street.
So moved.
Motion by Colister,
I'll second.
seconded by Coleman. Go ahead and take the roll.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item C is a resolution approving plans of specifications in form of contract for 138 South Main Street facility improvements.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, got a motion by Simonson, seconded by Colister. Any discussion here? Take the roll.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Now we made it to new business. Item A is a resolution approving a salary increase for the police chief, library director, and public works director effective September 21st, 2022.
Thank you, Mayor. Couple big items on the agenda tonight for review, and we can welcome some discussion if you feel that is necessary, and I can ask Chief to step in on some of his surveys as well as what I know. This is not unlike what we did with the 6% some weeks ago. These estimates prior to that 6% action were built into my financial estimates on personnel costs for the city. This is not in addition to. Regarding the budget amendment that is coming, this has already been baked in a way. So I'm feeling very confident that what you're approving tonight, if you do, does not overextend the city. I mean, the city's not winning in a way, but it's not necessarily right to sit here and think about a scoreboard when it comes to keeping talented people. It's the nature of the market we're in. I'm sure you all know it in your private industries or in your own personal employment. One thing that I will add, that MMEU came to us somewhat recently and asked some questions about what we have done and what we intend to do. And their general survey is that everyone they've talked to, 3/4 of employers at this point have taken some related action to this. So going to Chief Zimet, I mean, Chief has been absolutely wonderful. I mean, in terms of accountability and wearing his department on his sleeve, I think he's doing a fantastic job. He's outside the range, as we've indicated in the description in some way, and we have recommended 90 because it is slightly below the average. And I'm thinking to myself, well, he's been in the position since December. He has some time in service. He can graduate in if needed, and we can continue discussions. But this will put a chief's salary where it should be. He's got an assistant chief that with overtime is making more than him, and it's out of range. So I will welcome any comments at the end of this item description, and we can have some enlightened conversation if you wish. Public Works Director Frank Ellens, he's had a couple big wins here recently. We're getting our crack sealing work that's coming in the fall just in time before the weather turns. That's been something that Frank has turned to aggressively and gotten the confirmation that that's happening. I would say just in terms of keeping pace with what's happened to employees, the Public Works Director position is extremely busy out in the streets. So I would recommend that we continue to add the Public Works Director to this cost increase as well. And Kitty Pauls, the Library Director, is very well supported by the Library Board and by city staff. We're recommending that she go to a flat 65 in simple terms, and that puts the Library Board in a good budget neutral position. Katie, you know, since I started here, I didn't know it otherwise. Karen Rubel used to do the local access, and she used to be paid out of the local access. Katie's done this work and put it on YouTube and taken a project and done it for free for a very long time. And I think it's just smart business to have her continue to be compensated in such a way that makes sense. I think her library board was most concerned about the hiring of new library board directors, most notably DeWitt was 68 here recently. So by us going to 65, I think all these department head recommendations are right where they should be. This is it in terms of salary increases. I don't know what else to say. Hopefully inflation cools down, but this is where we're at, and you know, we're going to be holding the line from this point out and treating our employees as best as we can in the organization. I welcome any questions.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion by Colister, seconded by Lyon. If we have no more discussion, take the roll.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Okay, you got a raise, Frank.
So did you.
What did you? All right, next is item B, a resolution approving an amendment to the resolution authorizing issuance of sewer revenue capital loan notes, anticipation project note, series 2019, dated December 20th, 2019, and authorizing execution and delivery of amendment to the loan agreement.
This similar to one of the recent amendments we did, not as long and complex though. This is very simply our state revolving loan fund. We expected the project for the sewer wastewater plant to conclude by December 20th, 2022. That's not going to happen. So this changes the loan to December 20th to 25, or at least the expiration of our temporary financing. So very simple description of what that is.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Lyon,
Second.
seconded by Holm. If we have no discussion, take the roll.
Colister,
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Right, item C is a resolution awarding Tracy Thiede a downtown incentives upper story renovation grant in the amount of $15,000.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a program I think the city should be proud of. We have around, well, I included a chart for your reference, but we have a number of community partners, 8 for this year, that are improving their businesses, whether it's second-story housing or a facade for the downtown, to continue to make advancements for the downtown district. So it's something that I'm familiar with from DeKalb. I'm extremely happy that you have it and have been practicing it. This essentially puts us at our $90,000 budget, and we're committed to finishing those projects out with our partners. And Mr. Thiede has requested 15 for 2 apartment renovations for second-story housing, which he intends to do Airbnb rental, perhaps longer Airbnb stays. I mean, just depends on what the renter wants on that platform, but he envisions being successful with summer traffic, and it seems to be a hit in the downtown area, and we have only 1 listing right now in Maquoketa on Airbnb, so I recommend this approval.
Okay, got a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Holm. We have no discussion, take the roll.
Coolman,
Yes.
Good,
Abstain.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item D is a resolution awarding Courtney Hickson a downtown incentives facade grant in the amount of $1,200.
Thank you, Mayor. And this is much smaller than 15. This is a $2,400 awning, and the facade allows us to go 50% on the awning facade. So Ms. Hickson came to us. She's opening a mental health counseling business focused on children 12 years and younger. It's something that will give an additional, I guess, maybe business diversity to our downtown district. So she's excited, and it sounds like she's going to be up and running here shortly.
Motion to approve.
Okay,
Second.
Motion by Simonson, seconded by Rickrell. And if we have no discussion, take the roll.
Good,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Hollister,
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item E is a resolution between the City of Maquoketa and Jackson County Conservation Board pledging a local match through Destination Iowa Grant Funds, Friends of Jackson County Conservation Trail Fund, and REAP funds for the purpose of making a dual application to the Federal Recreational Trails Program and providing for a maintenance agreement upon completion of that project. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll try to keep this short because it could be an extremely long conversation, but this came to us through ECIA. They do a fund alert, and we glance at these things and say, hey, what makes sense for us? And I reached out to a program manager with IDOT, and I'm primarily interested in keeping at least our budget in the best position possible for Destination Iowa, the county and the Conservation Board. They have, I guess the jail, but I mean, they haven't done projects like we've done project and experienced the kind of cost increases that we've experienced. The most recent one that we kind of had some shock with is the stormwater levy. Gosh, at least 50% more than what we thought was going to be the estimated lowest bid. And it's just, we were told our engineer that helped us out and did these estimates in May 22, we were told he estimates high, but we just don't know. So we want to avoid the inevitable kind of what do we cut conversation. Should we be at this next year? And looping in an additional opportunity to knock out $381,000 in trail work off of 64's back slope and some additional trail work within Prairie Creek seemed like a good solution. We discussed a little bit of this with IDOT just to see if it fit. We talked about our local match being Destination Iowa's award, and Conservation Board has some available in REAP funds and in their Friends of Jackson County Conservation Trail Fund. They're interested in continuing this partnership, and this, if awarded, will definitely ensure that our budget throughout the Destination Iowa project has, I guess, capacity years down the road. So this would be a really big win for us, and might be something we can even start as soon as next year, because it's independent from our water quality.
Okay. Do we have any questions or motion?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
motion by Coleman,
Second.
seconded by Simonson. If we have no more, go ahead and take the roll.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Hollister,
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item F, the resolution waiving request for qualifications and authorizing an exclusive listing agreement with Hubble Commercial Brokers. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. And this item on the agenda tonight, I'm probably most excited about this one. The business expanding into the old Hollander building really doesn't want me to make any public announcements about who it is and what they're doing. They don't have a project plan in total yet, just we have someone going in. This is the type of stuff that's going to help drive housing and some people in town and shopping and restaurants and all those things. So you could go down a rabbit hole of what you want to try to fix after a business expansion, including housing. And anyway, we're going to list with a commercial broker down at our industrial park property. It's a step that we've never actually officially had. This has been set up by Jackson County Economic Alliance, and Hubble's the best in the business. I mean, I surveyed around when we were talking about certified sites, about how they were performing as a certified site, and Hubble's partnership came up consistently. So Hubble's responsible for this business going into the Hollander building and also repurposed materials here in Maquoketa. They have a pretty strong knowledge of what we have in Maquoketa, as well as its market value here for workforce as well. So we're extremely excited to start this partnership up with Hubble. Midas also owns a 4.62 acre site just west of Husco, and we're in active conversation with Husco at the moment about what sort of mixed use we can have for a potential truck stop or some other type of facility like that to make sure that we continue to move property that we have for growth purposes. So I for one, am excited on this. I know Kelly Brown is on here as well. She's extremely excited. The broker has been very good over emails explaining why he feels that this price justification is where it should be, since we're outside of the Dubuque and Davenport market. Kelly, do you have anything to add?
No, sir. I think you said it all. We are very excited. This is a great opportunity. I have worked with Hubble in the past in other cities, and they're wonderful to work with. Thank you.
So moved.
Okay, got a motion by Lyon,
Second.
seconded by Colister. We have nothing else. Take the roll.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item 10 is reports and communications. Do we have anything from any council members? From the city manager?
No report.
Okay, no executive session, so I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Colister. Seconded by Coolman. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.